And so, yeah, you just reached over and you were like, love you, DK. I was just like, Garza knows something I don't know. If he's fucking freaking out, shout out those flight attendants, dude. If I hadn't looked over at them and they were still like serving fucking coffee and drinks, they know what's up. It's all good. You know what I mean? But I did. I white knuckled it for like a good 4 or 5 minutes. Juggalo certified.
Really? Oh, no.
Take a sip, dude.
This is going to make me fat.
It's not. Okay. It's not. You listen, with good health in mind.
Cheers, because you are good. You are a great bartender.
Thank you, man.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Okay. Cheers, boys.
We got. Cheers, everybody. Oh, no. That's Fago.
It is.
Because we have Fago in the fucking fridge.
I believe it's called Firework or something. It's like a bomb pop melted popsicle flavor soda, but it's got a little bit of, a little bit of this, a little bit of that in there.
What's in there?
It's a nice. It's literally just a little bit of that and some Grey Goose. Gave it a good little shake. That's it. Okay. That's it.
Well, Ernie, a lot has happened to you, and I want to say, as a friend, I'm truly proud of you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It's been a month.
You're dropping weight, dude.
Thanks, man. I'm just fucking. I'm instilling as many good habits as I can, and truly trying to, what's the word? Reinforce them and stay and stick with them, and truly just instill good habits and lifestyle changes. Personally, physically, mentally, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. It's been a wildly emotional month, but things are good, man. I'm in a I won't say I'm completely out of the woods, but I'm in a way better headspace, and things are looking really good.
You're never out of the woods, dude. There's always
something. There's always something. But if I can minimize that, despite everything happening, that's a win. You know what I mean? I'm taking the negatives and making them positives, and trying to I've always been the kind of person that was a glass half full kind of guy, and sometimes I let it get the best of me. Sometimes where I'm not always the most positive person. I'm trying to fucking not do that anymore either, because I realize it is detrimental not only to myself but the people around me. You know what I mean? And I never want to be the kind of person that's so negative that it starts to affect people around me, and my bad fucking mood starts to weigh on them to a point where it's it negatively affects personal friendships and relationships and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So it's a very there's a long road ahead of me, but I am making insane work of it. There are very few times where I can truly look at myself in the mirror and pat myself on the back and be like, hey, I'm proud of myself and the progress I made.
That's a big moment, man.
It's fucking huge, dude. It's huge, because it's one thing to get up and look at yourself in the mirror and fucking be like, you know what I mean? It's another when you can truly be like, hey, you know what? I'm working, I'm doing it. You know what I mean? And that's been the attitude as of late, and I'm really stoked on the progress I've already made. It's really dope.
Before last month, did you ever look? Were you someone that looked in the mirror prior and then you're didn't like what you saw?
Not often, but I have. I definitely have, and I definitely had. I won't say many failed attempts, because I don't think I did it as many times as I probably thought I did. Mm-hmm. But I think everyone has those moments. Whatever you want to call it, a life-changing moment, a come to Jesus moment, as they say.
Of course.
And a lot of the times you just kind of have to, as much as I hate to admit it, sometimes you got to hit your own personal rock bottom to be like, okay, you know what? Fuck, I can't live like this. I don't want things to be this way. I need to make the change for myself.
Totally.
You know what I mean? And yeah. So that's what's going on. That's what I'm doing. And honestly, things are going good. I'm very proud of myself and the progress I'm making, and continue to do so. Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it's too soon to talk about exactly what happened to you. Maybe in the future.
In the future, yeah.
But it's just fucks how we're wired. We gotta something happens to us and it makes us kind of change.
Absolutely. But the thing, the whole of it too, is that whatever the situation is that causes the ripple effect or whatever have you. Ultimately, you do have to look at yourself and be like, hey, these changes have to be made for me, for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's the majority of what's going on, man. Like I said, I'm also, I'm drinking less. This is. I didn't even drink when we went out to fucking lunch the other day. Like I had water. You know what I mean? Like I haven't really been consuming much alcohol either. Not just that, doing the fasting and all that shit, and like and being on my diet, dude. I mean, I can stare at a glass of vodka and get drunk.
Totally.
Like so.
Yeah.
So my tolerance is insanely low. So I'm kind of like. You know what I mean? Like, I tread very cautiously right now, but things are good. Like, I'm happy about my progress and the things I'm doing and the changes I'm making to be a better person every day. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm a bad person, but I want to be an even better version of myself.
No, you're a piece of shit.
Fuck
and you're what's going on? What happened? Nope. And I mean that as a friend.
I know
because I've known you for a couple years now. As far as like full time, we're around each other all the fucking time, and it drives me insane.
Yeah.
But your skin's clearing, and your face, your eyes are getting clear, and those are the first steps of getting out of the okay, I'm a piece of shit right now. Now you're starting your journey to get through your clouds. A lot of people have multiple clouds. I had a few clouds. And you know what? I kind of want to take this opportunity for maybe not this episode, but for the future ones. So we've been doing this shit for like 3 years. Like the podcast has been 3 years old.
Yeah.
I kind of did something on accident. I've been overly focused on the bands and the guests. I noticed that I haven't really said anything about myself. And I did it consciously for Tala's EP and Harry from Body Box. I was like, dude, you need to like put in some stories. So I purposely I put in like one or two.
Yeah.
And like consciously did it because I don't want to be like the. Usually when you start something, you do something because you don't like the other ones.
Right.
So I'll just put it at that. Okay, I don't like when I hear hosts talk too much. I don't like it when they're obviously not good at what they do.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I want to be a listener. And I kind of noticed I overcorrected. And so you know what? So now I'm slowly putting in like stories of myself. And like, no one really knows the backstory of me in like general. So now I'm
and that's cool.
I'm going to consciously start putting in some old stories and be a better storyteller.
I mean, I feel like you're already great at it, and sure, that's definitely an improvement, a change, anything of that sort. Like that's very cool too, because also not for nothing, you also have a lot of guests that probably are geeked to be here and like want to hear some of your stories too. So it's tight. It's like it's a little like back and forth, a little give and take.
Totally.
You let yourself as a host take a back seat to your guests while they're telling their story and all that stuff too.
Totally.
But not so much so that it's like, hey, you're still here too. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, that's totally it. I think that's cool. That's super fucking cool.
Yeah, and it'll be opportunity for both me and you to do that.
100%. Because 100%.
Ernie, you think this is all fun and games, but I'm gonna fucking dig into you.
I know you are. I know you are.
I want the best for you. And that's gonna require us maybe facing a few skeletons in our closet and demons, and talk about that kind of stuff. Maybe not today, maybe today, but as these EPs go on, people understand you and get to know you and me. More of these stories will naturally just kind of come out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a brain trick that I've learned to control because it happens a lot. I've seen people say, "Hey, Garza doesn't really talk much." You don't understand that someone will be telling me a story. I already know the story, but the ego comes in. The ego is like, "Hey, say this so that people think you're cool."
Yeah.
And I've been successful 95% of the time. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. That's like I'm saying it for the wrong fucking reasons.
For sure. And you're letting that person, explain themselves or tell whatever it is their story is, whether you know it or not already.
Totally.
You know what I mean? But again, I think that's also, I think that speaks a lot about your character too, and the kind of person you are.
I'm a piece of shit.
You know what I mean?
You're a
pizza shit, dude. Oh,
I am. Did you say pizza shit?
That's right.
Okay. I'm not sure if I shot.
For those of you that don't know, Garza's the pizza king. He
Yeah.
fucking lives on Domino's and beer.
My favorite food is pepperoni pizza and
right.
bean and cheese burritos. I try to get sick of those foods. I've tried so hard.
It'll
No.
never happen.
If I had a bean and cheese burrito every fuck day in my life, dude,
God, dude.
it's fine. It's fine, dude.
And again, let me be very clear. He's the only guy I know that can eat that shit consistently and just somehow get better looking. You know what I mean?
I don't eat it consistently. I only eat it when I'm in public.
Look at that. Who's that fucking guy right there,
I
dude?
was shredded. That's when. That's when I got dumped.
God. Was this during your MMA thing? Like,
Yeah.
is this
okay. So speaking of, you need things to happen to you. Obviously, the Mitch thing happened, and shortly after, people that don't know, Mitch passes away. A few months later, me and my fiance split up, and when you break up with someone, that's the best time to do anything.
Of course, you end up with a lot of time on your hands.
You
You
do
got time to
anything.
self-reflect. Yeah, for sure.
You have a lot of negative thoughts going on, and you're very lost, and you had like this person that was your fucking life, and you need to put that energy somewhere.
100%. 100%.
And yeah, I went straight to the fucking gym, and I started training Muay Thai.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was this during your Muay Thai days?
Oh yeah, I lost a lot of fucking weight. Mark too. Me and Mark were fucking fat.
Yeah, look
dude.
at fucking dude.
Mark
Mark
too.
looks like he was fucking disappearing right here, dude.
It's funny, like me and Mark lost a lot of weight at once.
Yeah.
And then me and him went to like a Mayhem festival. People were like looking at us like, "Where'd you go?
yeah.
Where'd
dude,
you guys go?"
there, actually, it might have even whatever this is that we're looking at right here. It might have been a photo shoot after this or before something like this. There's a picture of Mark on the internet, and it might have been through like ESP or something like that, where
Sure.
he's holding the Eclipse or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he looked like 110. He looked fucking like scary thin, like almost unhealthy. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, there was a lot going on that time too, and all that shit also. But yeah, like I was like, holy shit, like that's for sure like the smallest I've ever seen him. Like, and Mark's never been like Mark was bigger back in the day. Mark was fat. He had beard. He had beard
Mark was
back
fat.
in the day. He was fat. But like that's that video we were just watching. That's like peak skinny fucking Mark for sure.
Yeah, Mark would tell you,
You know.
I was fat too.
I'm on my way right now, dude.
You're on your way.
I feel good. I feel good, man. Like
I think, you know what? I think my weight and Mark's weight just went to you. And then now,
I see.
and
They
then
lost it. I found it. And now I'm gonna fucking give it to someone else, dude. I don't want this shit anymore. You know,
dude, it's called weight of the mind.
100. Yeah.
Dude, when a lot
Yeah.
of shit is on my mind, dude, I gain weight.
Oh, for sure.
You know what's fucked up? And I'll close the weight thing off. Is so around the same time, might have been, I was 27 when I started really dropping weight quickly, and so I found this app called MyFitnessPal.
I know the app.
Very famous app. Now
Absolutely.
it's back then it wasn't common. Now it's
Oh, it's
common.
fun. Everyone has it on
You
their
could type
fucking
in
phone.
now. It's like you could type in any food and it tells you what the fuck is.
It's
And
on there. Yeah.
back then it's like you found like your food. You're like fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But now it's common.
Yeah.
Well, I would track my weight on there. Out of curiosity, a couple months ago, I go on my weight to see how much I lost. Like in the course of that journey, it's been over 10 years of data I have.
Fuck.
It shows the career of suicide silence the past 10 years.
The ups and downs and everything.
It does.
That's kind of wild, bro.
It
like
is wild.
being able to correlate the band's journey to your fucking like personal like weight. That, you know what I mean? Like some people would laugh at that shit, but that's kind of serious. Like you can tell
Stress
where you
weight.
were mentally. Yeah, you could tell where you were mentally with the band and shit. You know what I mean?
I wonder if I could pull this shit up, dude. I'm gonna try. Dude, it is. Yeah, weight of the mind. Okay, so they have 1 week option, 2 months, 1 year, since starting weight. Okay, I think that's what I tried. There it is.
Whoa, no fucking
Yeah.
way.
Yeah,
What?
it's a real thing. I don't know if we could get this on one of the cameras, but
You would have to like hand that off and like get it in front. They- Damn, that's kind of crazy,
I
dude.
don't know if you could fucking zoom in on that or something. Zach might.
I mean, listen, if you can at least see the green line, you'll see that it's in an uptrend, as they say, you know, not a downtrend.
I know it's gonna happen. One day we don't have the extra camera, but yes, if you can't see it, it's just so the graph starts me. I was
down here.
It starts. I lose a ton of weight, and then it goes like this. It's like a growing business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're gonna fluctuate. You'll see some ups and downs.
And you see me like just basically like yo-yo dieting.
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah, but here's the thing that you have to let people know. Sure, so overall, we'll close with the weight thing with this. It might be an uptrend.
Sure.
But what they don't know is that uptrend where it's at now is like 90% muscle. You're just fucking buff.
It's a lot more muscle now. It's not just pure fat.
Yeah. Before it was just lean muscle, and you were thin. Now you've got a little bit of protection on you. It's a frame, you know what I mean? You grew into your man body, dude. You know what I mean? But you're buff.
Dude, weight in mind, and I haven't been so stressed with suicide sounds or anything. The past year or 2 years have been like the stress, and even though
for sure,
and you have some conscious stress too.
Absolutely,
and
absolutely.
You might, and that I chose to eat more than I should.
Dude, listen. Again, without delving into too much and all that stuff, and we had this conversation at lunch or whatever. Yeah, again, at this point, I'm pretty sure anybody who knows anyone that's in a band knows this shit is not easy, especially if it's your livelihood and your source of income and you're running a business, because this is what it is. It is running a small business essentially. Mm-hmm. It is stressful, man, and is very physically and emotionally taxing and time consuming, and you really have to get your bearings greased about you and learn where to place that stress and not necessarily inflict it onto anyone else around you and stuff like that too, because that's it's a big thing, man. Big thing that I had to learn the hard way, you know what I mean? But again, I'm learning. We're fucking human. Everyone makes mistakes, and I'm fucking learning. I'm learning where to place that shit, where to not, put it on top of somebody that doesn't deserve it, or whatever have you. It's just, I'm a work in fucking progress. But like I said, I'm at a point right now where I'm very proud of my progress. And
good.
You
need a lot of work.
But this guy fucking hates me.
It seems like I'm proud of you because the work just started, and
absolutely. And
then the reason why I went to this particular time was there was once I got through one cloud, there was an other cloud. And got through that one, there's another problem that I haven't dealt with, some childhood trauma I haven't processed.
Absolutely.
And then you get through that, and there's some other fucking trauma in your life you haven't dealt with, and it's just like this constant thing. And it feels like you're not progressing.
But then, yeah, I can absolutely agree with you on that. But then when you actually when you stop for a second and turn around and look at whatever hilltop you're on and look back at the mountain of progress that you fucking tackled, that's when you're like, okay, you know what I mean? Yeah. You can breathe a little easier. You can fucking be like, hey, you know what? I did the work, and I'm here. And I know it's gonna sound fucking corny to say, but I am a firm believer that life is always gonna throw you fucking curveballs for sure. That's just the nature of things, dude. Which is why people are always so quick to revert to oh man, I wish I was fucking a child again or back in fucking school or whatever. And it's like, dude, you can sit there and wish for that shit all day long. The truth of the matter of fact is that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. You are going to age. You're going to progress in life. Things are going to happen in life, and you have to be okay with that shit. You have to you have to take the punches as they roll. However, what you also need to do to try to minimize the effects of said punches is really reflect on yourself and fucking be like, hey, am I being the best version of myself? Is there something else I can do? Can I do something differently? Can I make improvements here? And then go from there. You know what I mean? Because there really is always room for improvement, and that's with anybody. It doesn't matter who you are. No, there's no such thing as a perfect fucking person. The idea of that is pretty fucking crazy. You know what I mean? It really. You know what I mean? I don't, and I guess trying to delve deeper into it, I don't think humans were designed to be perfect, because that's not a real thing either.
It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. You're like a human being is like a fucking obviously you come out pooping, screaming in a fucking diaper or whatever have you as a infant, and you grow, and your job as a fucking human being is to learn. is to learn. And I don't think that ever fucking stops. No matter what, dude, you're learning till the day you die.
Whenever I need music gear, I always go to sweetwater.com. If it's mics, headphones, or studio and recording gear, Sweetwater has you covered. Next time you need any music gear, support the podcast by using the link in the description and comment section below. Oh, of course.
And I'm a firm believer in that shit. Like, if you ever stop learning or, you know, hit a point where you maybe get a little too comfortable or whatever have you, I wouldn't say you're digressing, but you're definitely not progressing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In whatever aspect of it that you choose to do so or whatever. But yeah, you know, and I don't mean it to like sound morbid, like, oh, you're gonna every day is a fucking learning lesson until you're in the ground or whatever. Not like that, but you know what I mean? Like, if you can fucking take every day as an opportunity to fucking be better and learn something and, you know, improve on yourself or a task or something like that, then I take that as a win too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes those lessons are a little swifter and painful than others, but a lot of the time sometimes you need that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. In order to really like be like, oh shit, okay. And in instances like that, yeah, they could be because you were getting a little too comfortable and you didn't realize it. You know what I mean? And so sometimes you have to really like sit back and kind of appreciate those reminders, whichever way they come at you. You know what I mean? So yeah, all in all, yes, I believe in constant growth. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need a reminder, sometimes you don't. But as long as there's forward motion, you know,
it's so uncomfortable. Like, you're constantly uncomfortable.
But that's also kind of the
It's
fucking that's kind of the point, man. Like, to a degree. You know what I mean? At least in like if you're not willing to have the uncomfortable moments and the uncomfortable talks and the situations and losing your job, you know, breaking up with a girlfriend, fucking having to get reassigned to a different assignment, you know, any of those fucking things, it's like those shits make you uncomfortable. But a lot of the times they are necessary in order for you to be like, okay, you know, this wasn't working the way I wanted it to, or this was working and I got to a point where I got so comfortable that it was like stagnant or like, you know, walking in place or whatever have you, that you're like, oh shit, okay, yeah, you know what, I need to fucking, you know, get with the program and fucking,
Good.
You know, being better. And so that's what's going on. You know what I mean?
Proud of you, Ernie.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, I actually see you. Oh, he actually gathered his thoughts a little bit better.
It's kind of wild, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of wild, especially for somebody as fucking off the wall as I am. With
Dude, we would be talking, and I'd be like, Ernie, someone else is talking.
Yeah,
because you'll just fucking start spouting shit. I'm like, Ernie, someone else is talking.
Dude, actually, really funny.
Fucked up.
I was at a friend's house yesterday.
It's a good drink.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I was at a friend's house yesterday, and I was actually talking to their dad. He's a great dude. Love him. Yeah, I consider him family as well. He's like another dad figure to me. He's really fucking cool. Love the guy. Shout out David. Basically, like, he was telling. So he's an electrician, but he builds like power plants and stuff like that, like big time. He's been doing it for a long time, and so he's currently working at some project at UCLA. And he was telling me the story about one of the other. He's got a project manager that's in his 50s that has really bad ADHD, and I guess they were having like a board meeting about the project and the progress on it and whatnot. And he was explaining to me, he's like, you know, he's a good dude, you know, he's a great guy. Obviously, you know, he's in a very highly ranking position as a project manager for a job like this. But his ADHD is so bad that while David was like giving his briefing and like meetings, that this guy would keep cutting him off and like trying to like talk and like interject, much like I do. And so as he was telling me, I was like, God, he sounds like me. I feel like a fucking asshole because I don't do it purposely.
Sure.
My brain is like, especially if it's something that I'm like really passionate about or something like that, and like someone's talking about it, my brain won't let that conversation finish. My brain just wants to be like, oh shit, yeah, like I did, you know, and then all of a sudden it's like trying to silence that over the last couple of years has been so difficult for me. But
you are doing it.
But cool. I've noticed that I'm getting better at it. I'm letting people finish before I interject or fucking, say something. And so when he said it yesterday, I really was just like, holy shit, like. And so when he finished his story and I let him finish without cutting him off,
Wow.
yeah, right. He was just like, you know anybody like that? And I was like, yeah. Well, you're fucking looking at him, you know what I mean? Like, and he knows, like, he's aware of the situation that's going on. Obviously, he's friends. But I just thought it was very cool. Like, I was like, damn, that's crazy. I've never actually got to hear someone else talk about another person with bad ADHD like that, where I'm like, oh shit. And as soon as he started telling the story, I was like, oh my God, that's me. I'm the guy that's cutting him off in the meeting.
Sure.
And then, and I'm in my 30s. This guy's in his fucking 50s.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? And he's just like, yeah, like.
Is he married?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But even something like that, like I'm actively working to do that too, so that I'm not the guy that's like, having an important conversation with somebody and making them feel like their opinion or conversation isn't important, and I'm cutting them off because my brain is like, oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just even shit like that, because that is a fucking big deal, man. I get that it's something I was born with. I never medicated for it. You know what I mean? I've just been raw dogging it my entire fucking life. And honestly, I'll pat myself on the fucking back. I made it this fucking far and didn't get jumped or get my ass kicked for it. You know what I mean? For cutting somebody off or fucking.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Just looking at your face, I'm like, this guy has road rage.
I do.
Just looking at your fucking face, dude.
Okay, all right. God, dude, see, I hate you, dude. You're just drilling on me, dude, but not in a bad way. Yeah, you are 100% right. And even in the last like month, even shit like that, dude, like I'm like consciously making the effort when someone fucking cuts me off or
dude,
that I'm just like, I just let it be. I let it be, dude. Yeah.
It's not worth it, man.
I don't do the fucking, oh, can you believe this fucking guy, and get all fucking mad. I'm like, whatever, he cut me off. See ya. You know what I mean? And yeah, and I saw, traveling way far fucking back or whatever, my family likes to make the fucking joke. The only thing my dad left us all with is just an innate sense of road rage. My dad was one of the angriest fucking people behind the wheel.
Really?
Dude. Bad.
That might have been where we got her from.
Oh, 100%. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure the ADHD didn't fucking help that either. But
sure,
he would like tail people. He would follow people. I'm like, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How old were you when this shit was happening?
Oh my God, dude. Fucking single digits.
Oh,
8, 9, something like that. You know what I mean? And whatever. I'm not gonna sit around and judge somebody because of their demeanor or whatever they did back. Whatever happened then was then. That's just the kind of person he was. Whatever. I'm not, dispelling that. But yeah, like I can. One thing's for sure, I could be like, he definitely passed that trait on to all of us. Like,
not how to handle things.
No, and like bad. Like he would flip out. He would throw shit out the car and stuff like that. Like, and I'll admit it. In my 20s, I had a couple moments where like, I had a couple fucking freakouts. Never like to the point where I think I was putting myself in danger's way, because I'm also not a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Well, not always.
Oh, that's just
it's debatable. But like one time I had somebody. I was coming back from I've held down many a full-time jobs. I was coming back home from a late night shift. I used to work in Vernon at a seafood warehouse where I would go in at like 6 p.m. And get out at like fucking 3-4 o'clock in the morning. And I was driving down the 60, like passing like Hacienda Heights, like that whole area right there off the 605 and 60. It was like a Friday late night, early morning or whatever. There's no one on the freeway, dude. I was in my pickup truck, minding my own business, and some dude in a Honda Civic, of course, just behind me, riding my ass in the middle lane. And I'm like, brother, there are literally no cars anywhere on the freeway. You can fucking go around me. Like, there's an empty lane here and an empty lane here. And he just chose to ride my ass, hit the horn. He's flashing his beams at me. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, I'm in a truck 3 times the size of your car. Go ahead. I'll brake check you and fucking kill you and whoever's in the car behind you, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck. Go ahead. I've got insurance. That's where my brain went. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're an idiot.
I'm fucking stupid. I was also, you know what I mean? I was young and, So finally, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I step on the brakes and start slowing down just to really fucking get her eyes on him. I'm like, Dick, there's no one around. Go around me. So he pulls around, gets next to me on the driver's side. I look at him. He can't be a day over fucking 23 or 24 either. He's got his girl in the car with him. He's got his chick with him. They look like they were probably coming back from a club or something. I'm looking at him like, the fuck are you looking at, dude? What are you going to do about it? I don't care if your girl's in the car. Fuck you. You know what I mean? I start flipping him off, and we're side by side. I'm giving him the fucking bird.
There it is. The old,
right?
Gave
you
the
see
old
that?
Bird.
That's for him right there, boys.
We'll screen that.
That needs to be a fucking. I forgot about that picture. Shout out BDA. I think he took that picture in Vegas. And so I can't tell you why my mind went there. And I know what I did was insanely fucking stupid.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah. You know exactly where I went with this one. So I'm like, all right. I want this guy to leave me the fuck alone now. Now I'm just getting irritated, and I'm going to fucking sideswipe him or something. Dude, he looks at me, and he's like, fucking pull over. Pull off the side of the fucking road.
Pull over.
Does the pull over thing. So I looked at him. I looked down at the glove box, and I reached over and opened the glove box like I was reaching for a fucking gun, and he slammed on his brakes on the middle of the freeway so hard that his car like fishtailed out and just like I fucking just sped off into the fucking night, and like he probably almost wrecked his fucking car, dude. Like, obviously I didn't have anything in the car with me, but
okay,
who does that? Like my 20-something-year-old brain was like, fuck this kid, dude. I'm gonna pretend I got a gun in the fucking car.
Yeah.
That's not funny. Like I realize that now as an older fucking adult. I'm like, that could have gone so wrong in many other ways. He could have been like, oh, I've got a gun too, and actually pulled out a gun and shot at me or something. You know what I mean? But I wasn't thinking about it at that time. I just was annoyed and fucking irritated, and that's what I did. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, shit like that is not funny. And like I said, now I'm even in that same kind of scenario now.
Just let it go.
I just let it go. It's not fucking worth it, man. It's really not, dude. Like, am I going to lose any sleep over it? No. Some guy cut me off on the freeway. Big fucking deal. He probably cut 30 other people on the way up the lane, too.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're a fucking piece of shit, dude.
Yeah. And so I just let it fucking be, man. I'm really doing my best to, like, be just a better rounded, happier fucking person, man, and not let shit like that, turn me into a fucking, you know what I mean? Because
what did you have something in the glove compartment or no?
No,
you were like, okay, I'm gonna pretend I have something, and see how
he reacts. And that's like I just pulled a Hail Mary. There was nothing in there but fucking pens and paper, dude. I was looking to pull out a fucking Sharpie, be like,
what an idiot.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
but
I love it.
That's just one example. From far back, but progress, man. Progress, dude.
And you're paying for it now. I think all these things we do in our lives add up.
Absolutely.
And they really kind of come to head in your 30s.
I agree with that, 100%.
And then you kind of have to deal with these moments. Like, you'll be driving, as we were talking about it, or you'll be in a shower, and you're like, shit, I did that. And you're like, piece of shit. And it will manifest in little ways. And you got...
The shower thoughts. That's where a lot of them present themselves to you when you're taking that long fucking shower and you're just like, I've had a lot of those in the last 4 weeks for sure. You're all good though.
Your shittiness compounds. And people don't realize this. No one's perfect. We all have them. I'm pretty sure The Rock has his own list too. No one's fucking perfect,
for sure.
Dude. Like, but the thing is, a lot of people don't realize that these things compound. And at some point, if you're lucky, I think, Ernie, you're very lucky. If you're one of the people one of the humans on this planet that has kind of steps back, I need to fix this, then you, it's lucky.
I'd like to think I am, man. Like I said, I'm doing, not even I'd like to think I am. I'm doing the work, and I'm going to continue doing it. Like I'm you know what I mean? There's nothing more to it. Mm-hmm. I got to fucking take it head on, take it on the chin, dude, and fucking and better myself for me.
Good. Dude, you don't want to fuck with people on the road anymore. No. Shit's different.
Oh yeah. Dude, fucking hell, bro.
You don't know, you really don't know what they have. They will have something, and I'm not afraid of people having guns. I'm afraid of the person that's dumb enough to pull the
to
trigger.
pull the trigger. Exactly, dude.
Because there's a lot of dumbasses out there. They're not smart. They're stupid, and they're stupid enough to make a stupid decision that will cost you something.
You know which one really fucked me up, dude? And this was actually right here in Orange, right on fucking Chapman in the 57. I ride that freeway every fucking day on the way to your house, on the way to work. You know what I mean? Like that's my ramp. I live off the 57. Excuse me. The 55. The 55 in Chapman. But same thing. I ride it all the time. It's a very frequently traveled freeway. And I think this was like a year ago, 2 years ago. It's fucked up, dude. Somebody, and it was a young guy too, a young couple, guy and girl, in a car traveling down the 55. I guess like a mom and her child were in an SUV or something like that, or in a car. They were traveling along the same thing. Something happened. There was an exchange of like road rage, and the fucking young kid pulled out a fucking gun and shot into the car while they were driving down the road. Missed the mom, struck and killed the kid in the car seat, dude. Yeah.
When was this?
I want to say it's been like 2 years.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe a little bit less. Like there was a memorial up on the overpass on Chapman for the fucking longest time, dude. It was fucked up.
On Chapman, really?
Yeah, dude, right off the like it happened right there.
Wow.
And then like there was a whole investigation, and it took them a couple days, but they found the dude's car. He had parked it at the auto shop where he was working, and they found it. But yeah, like, dude, you know what I mean? Over something as simple as, you got cut off, or someone got a little too close, and you overcorrect or something fucking stupid. You know what I mean?
Hey, Chris, what was the date on this?
Oh yeah, that's it right there.
Is this it?
Yep, right there.
Wow, dude, that picture.
21.
I will not fuck with that guy. Those eyes. Fuck.
24 years old, bro, and he killed that kid, dude.
Oh my God.
It's fucking wild, bro. Over some stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like
it's nothing.
And that's what I'm saying. Like truly, none of that shit is ever worth it, dude. Like, even in my younger days, like I said, being a fucking idiot doing shit like that. Like I said, personally, would I ever fucking shoot at somebody? No. Never. Not even in my wildest fucking mania would I even be like, oh, that's a good idea. No. But these days, you just don't know. And people care less and less, dude, about other human lives, and that's a fucking sad like reality to like have to like sit with. But it's kind of true, man. People don't fucking value the human life anymore. Like they really don't. People just could give a fuck less, and that's terrifying.
It is.
So when you see shit like that happen, you're just like, Jesus Christ, and that's right here, dude, down the street from my house. It's insane.
Yeah, we'll close off the road rage, but yeah, there was I consider myself now a very above average driver. Just I keeping myself. Like this was last month. I was just literally on Main Street in Corona, passing. It was like literally right before. It was a street right before Showcase. So
okay.
Been on the street. You know how many years?
Yeah,
dude, I was
forever
driving home from lamppost as I'm always doing.
Yeah,
and this guy gets out of his park, turning left, and he gets out of his car. He comes into my car. And it happened so fast. I was so confused what happened. He came up to my window, and he started spitting out gibberish. It wasn't language. It wasn't like "fuck you, you fucking piece of shit." It was like
he was just like on a sick one or something.
I think he was on something.
Yeah,
or he was hallucinating. And this is like, on Main Street. Boom. Yeah. There it is. There's shout out to Lampo's Pizza.
By the way, I'm almost surprised that you're not even in that Google Earth shot standing in front of that fucking window.
It's like, is that me?
You live there, dude.
I basically live there. My fucking goodness. I'm like, but it's scary because like that could happen any moment. I was just every day I was in my car in my hometown just doing nothing, and some fucking some psycho just gets out of his car. Luckily he didn't do anything else. He got in his car. He got out of the turning lane, started driving straight.
What the fuck?
Out of pure curiosity, which I shouldn't have done, is I followed him for 3 blocks.
No.
Yeah, don't do that.
No,
don't do that.
That's exactly, and that's what I'm saying. My dad used to do shit like that.
But the way I did it was like, okay, I'm still driving. I'm not like following you. I'm just
right.
You're
keeping an eye.
I'm keeping an eye, and then technically it is on the way to my house. technically speaking.
Yeah.
But instead of going like the short way, I went like the second to shortest way. And they said, let me get this extra block in.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
They don't know what kind of day they're having. One day I was, I'm not sure if I was leaving here or from a show, and this is the fucking last story. And then, I don't know what is 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and I was driving this. Sometimes you're just driving.
Yeah.
Like I'm just fucking cruising. I'm probably going 70 miles an hour or 65, like speed limit. There's no one on. There's barely anybody on the freeway.
Yeah.
And then I was driving by a semi. The semi's to my right. I'm not slowing down. I'm not speeding up. I'm just driving. And there's a cycle behind me, either trying to weave in front of me, past the semi. He's speeding. But I didn't slow down.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're trying to do. I know he's fucking about to cut me off and almost kill me. So I didn't slow down. I didn't speed up. I was just driving. Because I didn't comply or slow down or let him pass to cut me off or basically almost kill me.
He probably lost his fucking mind.
He lost his shit, actually.
Of course.
And he chose to brake check me on the freeway. Almost damn near stopped his car on the freeway.
Fuck.
And what I did, this in the most, I'll give myself credit, on the most smooth way possible, fucking the calmest break of all time. and the calmest right turn of all time, chill as fuck. And then he drove off, thankfully. I don't know what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
And then
just went about living your life.
went about my life. He went about, when I get cut off, I do see the car what they do. And they go about and drive like shit.
Oh yeah.
So why get mad?
Exactly.
So why
exactly.
fucking get
Like in
mad?
closing, yeah, because that's the truth of it. Is okay. I'm very glad that nothing happened to you and you're safe and all that shit. But after that, it's like, okay, cool. He's not your problem anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Godspeed. Hope he gets to where he's going fucking safe. If he doesn't, there was probably a good chance why. You know what I mean? And at that point, you just gotta let it fucking be.
Let it be, because then you see the person they are after the thing happens.
Exactly.
It's like that. I'll say confidently, 85% of the time.
I'll close it off. But it was a really crazy test of that?
Yeah.
Driving the bandwagon back, dude.
I can only imagine.
Driving the bandwagon back from fucking Portland back to here, the final day of tour and all that shit. And like I said, Seth crushed it. You know what I mean? But he got to a point where he was like, dude, I'm tired and I need to sleep. I was like, I'll tell you what, brother, I'll take over. I'll drive the last fucking 6-7 hours. Don't even trip. Huh? I got it. And he got back there with fucking DK.
Low key, Ernie's driving. I'm terrified.
What are you talking about? Dude, I used to drive those things for a living, not with the trailer, but you know what I mean? But didn't I do a good job? I got us all the way to Sacramento to Aftershock, and as far as I know, everyone slept.
It was a little more bumpy.
Get the fuck out. But I wound up basically driving that same stretch back to Cronus, to your house. That's really when you see the dude, because they top out at fucking 65 with that governor, and then you're pulling a fucking trailer.
Yeah.
Dude, it was every 10, 15 minutes. You could ask Colin. He was in the fucking jump seat chain smoking cigarettes, and people were just like, man, just fucking go around. This thing ain't going any faster. What are you going to do? Brake check me? I'll kill you and your whole family if you even tried to brake check this thing, Yeah. That's a crazy one. People are coming by, fuck you. And it's like, sorry.
People's egos, dude. And it's lack of common sense.
You're on a 2-lane highway coming down through Northern California. There's nothing you can do about it. It's like, you really can't. I can't change lanes. I can't, you're pulling a fucking home on wheels with a trailer with 4,000 or 5,000 pounds of shit behind you too. And people are honking at you like you're supposed to speed up in this thing going uphill. Go around me. You're in the car that only weighs 1,000 pounds. Fucking go around me, dude. Like, that's a crazy one. Shout out to anyone that drives a tour bus or a bandwagon. Fuck that. Because you and I are usually asleep when that kind of shit's happening.
Yeah. There's been moments where you're trying to sleep. But you happen to be awake. Any time of the day, you name it, we've been up in our beds.
Oh yeah.
Either driving or stopped at the gas station to sleep. We can talk about that. And I'll just hear honking and like yelling. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh
dude?
Yeah, dude.
I'm just in my bed like I could already not sleep. This is already bumpy enough, dude. And I'm just hearing screaming outside.
Oh yeah.
Here's one time, we were stopped, and I'm usually the first one up. It's either you or me.
Yeah.
The first one up, and we're at either a Pilot or a Love's, and I hear like "fuck you."
Yeah,
I won't name who it is, but it was like
yeah.
it was a little bit of hothead driver. That
we,
we had.
we were in Oklahoma, right outside of Texas, at a Love's.
Yes. Oklahoma, Texas. Don't
Don't
fuck
fuck with any of those people. Dude.
What the fuck are we doing?
That guy for sure would have went back to his truck, grabbed his shotgun, and fucking shot all of us.
Dude, it's just there's 10 people on this motherfucker.
Literally, I was like,
Trying to get us all shot?
in my brain, I was like, this guy's not fucking around, dude. Don't bother with it. Just get in the wagon and move it out of the island. We're good to go. You know what I mean?
No, no.
I knew exactly what you were talking about.
It's happened. I lost count how many times that happened. Just I can hear honking and screaming, and it's fucking 4 a.m. You're like, dude, come on, no way.
Tell you what though, man, maybe kind of segueing into this next thing, dude. Speaking of bumpy rides, dude, are you ready for this fucking 50-hour flight to Indonesia?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I want it.
I want it too, but I'd be fucking lying if I said I wasn't terrified about being in the air that fucking. It's not 40 hours, obviously. It's like 19 and a half, but still.
You're the worst. You're the worst flyer ever.
100%. And to be completely honest, like, and it's already a massive improvement.
Chris.
Oh,
this is a time where you don't pull up what we're talking about.
No.
Do not pull up what we're talking about. This is the time. Okay, man?
Okay, you know what though?
Don't pull up planes crashing.
All right, but you know what? I am gonna.
What the fuck you doing, man?
I am gonna give him credit right now because check this out. Check this out, yo, Chris. To his credit, if you had done this to me 6-7 years ago, I would have fucking flew over the TV and strangled you for fucking doing it. Now, I can get through it, dude, and it doesn't bum me out as hard as it used to. Yeah, do I still got to get a little inebriated to take a long flight? Sure.
A little bit.
But it
yeah.
Before getting on the flight, we can
You're fine.
PF Chang's gang, you already know, dude.
Yeah, we have a drink or two maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now,
and 2 more on the plane.
Once we're on the plane. Okay, listen, I have like a simple mathematical equation for it. Mm-hmm. I tend to like, divide the amount of drinks by the hours that we're on the plane. That's how I justify it. I'm like, oh, it's a 10-hour flight. It's 5 drinks. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Listen, that's not bad. That's a drink every 2 hours, right? If my math is correct.
Sure.
That's not awful, especially because I'm the kind of person that unless I'm super, super, super tired, we've talked about this before, it's hard for me to sleep on a plane because I'm anticipating the turbulence, the rocky motion, whatever have you. But I will, dude, like this flight back that we just took back from Turkey. I did the total flight time was still like 14 and a half hours because it was 4.5 hours from Turkey back to London, and then 10 hours from London back to here. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. I expected the flight to be chock full of fucking turbulence the entire time. That's one of the smoothest flights we've taken back from Europe.
It is,
like, I think thankfully. I only had 3 drinks the entire flight.
Only?
Oh, that's it. Dude, 14 and a half hours, 3 drinks. And, the little fucking airplane bottle with cranberry juice. Like, that's what I had. I drank water. It was all good. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't feel like when we got off the plane to get to LAX and, lo and behold, none of our luggage showed up. That was like the worst of it. I was like, oh, our luggage didn't show up? Okay. But there was like no turbulence. I wasn't fucking wasted. I was like, it's nice. Well, let's go home and get fucking Del Taco. Little did I know it was waiting for me at home, but you
get lucky every once in a while. Some are really bumpy, some are nothing. Like,
well, and that's what I was gonna say. What led me into that was the flight to Europe when it shook really bad, and like you told Dan Kenny you loved him.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything after that now has been like, all right, a little bit of shaking.
No, okay, wait, slow the fuck down, dude. Okay, I'm not that much of a pussy, dude. It was no. We haven't played a show in like a while. We haven't flown in a while.
No, I know.
And unlike, I won't say everyone's style of flying. I'll let them talk about it if it naturally comes up.
Yeah.
But me personally, for the longest time, I went on there raw dog just because I haven't taken Xanax probably in 10 years. I don't I don't really. I'll have a couple of drinks maybe, but that one I was like, no drinks. I'll drink on a flight. You know, I don't. I've tried to like not cope, and that one it's been a while. We're on a long flight. I think I was raw dogging it, and I was like, "Fuck this fucking feeling again." I looked at Dan Kenny. I told him I love him.
You did. All right. Damn. You know, you've done this to me a couple times. It's finally my time, dude. I get to call you out for a second.
No, it's a free game.
I'll tell you what. I'll let it be considered a raw dog. You drank a beer at that Santa Monica Brew Works in the terminal before we got
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But still one.
It was one. It was one fucking beer.
I had one, you got three. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
You know, but you know what made me feel the most stupid about that entire like ordeal when the plane started like shaking and dropping in elevation? Mm-hmm. And again, my first order of business is to always look for the flight attendants. Mm-hmm. Because if they're fine, then I'm like, all right, they know some shit I don't know. They're fine. They're not fucking freaking out. They're still doing service or whatever. It's all good. You know what I mean? The even worse part, like I said, my only thing that freaks me out about being in an airplane is flying over open bodies of water. That's really my biggest bugaboo. Other than that, I really don't give a shit. I'm like, oh, we're on a plane? Okay, whatever. Mm-hmm. Freaking out about being over open bodies of water is what always done it for me. I was so in the moment when it started happening, and I went into such a fucking panic watching you tell Dan Kenny that, and then just looking at everyone on the plane simultaneously do the, you know, when it dropped a little bit and everyone kind of white knuckles it for a second. All logic went out the fucking window.
Sure.
And in my brain I went, it's finally fucking happening. And we're and I went, we're over a body of water somewhere over Europe right now. And you know what made me feel so stupid after it started to like kind of like taper off, and because it did last a bit too. It was a good shake for a while. Yeah. And as it started tapering off, I happened to like look up and look 2 or 3 rows down at somebody's fucking screen, and they had the map, the flight map up. You guys know where we were when that happened? Mm-mm. I'm embarrassed to say it because I thought we had already been in the air for quite some time. We were over Salt Lake City. We had been in the plane for fucking 2 hours, dude.
That happens all the time.
I was just like, oh my God. It made me feel dumb. And that's when I was like, Ed turned to me because he was next to me and he was like, you okay? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'm good. I'm eating this fucking terrible tasting cheese sandwich and, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm okay. My whole fucking face covered in fucking sweat. Yeah. My knuckles fucking sweat, just palming the sides of the fucking seat.
Still every flight, dude, I could feel your energy sometimes. Dude, I could feel you. Like when I was a little bumpy, I'll be like, okay, Garza, chill, is fine. And I could feel you, like,
yeah,
you're like you do like the classic, like you try to like hold like the seat, like keep it the flame.
Oh, dude,
like, right.
That's my vice, dude. And I feel bad because I'm not trying to like pull the person's fucking seat in front of me because God, who doesn't hate that person on the plane? You know what I mean? The only time I'll do that, though, is if I'm not in a window seat. Mm-hmm. If I'm in a window seat in this turbulence, I just kind of like, I brace my feet a little more. Like I plant them a little harder against the ground, and it just kind of keeps me
doing nothing.
A little more. I know it does fucking nothing, but in my head, it's, you know, it's like, okay, well, that kind of works.
Yeah.
That's why I hate being in a fucking middle seat. You know, I'll take an aisle seat. It's fine. But yeah, at least, like Jason just texted us for this flight. He was like, hey, I forgot. Are you an aisle seat or a window seat? I'm like, God, window seat, please, dude. Fucking.
I hate window seats. I hate window seats.
Well, I know that's why you and me switched on that flight back.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, you got the window? I'll swap you.
I like the ability to do whatever I want at any moment in time.
And you can get up and fucking
if
go.
I want to get up and piss, it's there.
Yeah.
You know. But
fun fact, dude, I have never peed or pooped on an airplane.
That's so weird. That is so weird.
I got a fucking big bladder, dude. I can just put it in the bucket. I can drink an entire fucking flight and not piss till we get to where we're going.
No disrespect, but looking at you, you probably have a big bladder too. Big splatter, small dick. I couldn't help it. See,
I knew it was coming.
We're all trying to talk about self-help, and sometimes, dude, I let it fly.
You have to listen, dude. Laughter is the spice of life. All right, it's real shit.
No, you know, I don't mean that.
I know you don't.
But
you've seen it. But actually, no, you probably haven't.
Is that fucking beanbag? Dude, what the fuck is that? But you know what, dude? You sometimes it's funny. That's why it being a band, like you see each other's weak moments, and that flight was a weak moment for me. I was like, sometimes I do it on purpose, honestly. Like if I'm flying turbulence, like I'm chill because I know people are looking at me.
Yeah.
So I don't want to cause any more energy, not even for you guys, but like the people around me. So I just like no matter what happened, I'm like this, like nothing happened.
Yeah.
You know. But that was I wasn't on my A game, and I let it fly. I was like, you know, I let Dan Kenny. I love you, dude.
And that's what I'm saying. That was also me still being, I mean, pretty brand new in the band at that point. It was definitely my first flight with you guys.
Yeah.
That was my first flight with you guys. And so I looked to you, you know, as the guy to be like, oh, you know what I mean? He's done this a million fucking times. You know what I mean? And you were also in front of me because it was me, you, Ed, Dan, because Mark was already there with Sabrina or whatever. So it's just the four of us in that little block of seats or whatever. And so, yeah, you just reached over and you were like, love you, DK. I was just like, oh, fuck. Garza knows something I don't know.
I see.
Like that's what did it. I was like, oh shit.
Moment.
Yeah, and I was like, if he's fucking freaking out.
Yeah.
Like I said, shout out those flight attendants, dude. If I hadn't looked over at them and they were still like serving fucking coffee and drinks, I'm like, all right, they know what's up. It's all good, you know what I mean? But I did. I white knuckled it for like a good 4 or 5 minutes, only to be disappointed that we were only 2 hours into our flight from a fucking 10-hour flight.
Oh my goodness, dude. It will never happen again, dude. Well, it takes a while to rewire yourself to do it. Because, dude, we were, man, like, back in the day, dude, we would just take Xanax and we'll get drunk and just go on flights.
Yeah.
So you never really flown before up until, so Eddie comes in the band. Back then, I was used to like this, okay, Xanax and going to doctors, getting Xanax, and which I never took it at home. Yeah. But when we went to the airport, I had my little fucking bottle sometimes, and then I would just start drinking at the bar. All the profit I made with Suicide, all that fucking merch money went straight to the bar at LAX airport. And so once that was done, Eddie comes in the band in 2016. That was the beginning. So, okay, no more Xanax. A little bit of drinking, slowly weaning off, like actually feeling what an airplane was, you know? It took a while, man.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I was also never used to that either. I obviously didn't fly as often as you guys did and all that stuff, you know. And funny enough, admittedly, my first flight ever was to Salt Lake City to go drum tech for Pablo on my very first tour that I did with him as a drum tech. Mm-hmm. And, you know, people were like, oh, dude, it's a cake flight. It's like an hour and 50 minutes. You're in the air for like an hour and 40. Like, it's quick.
Sick.
But I'd never been on a fucking plane. So I was just like, all I hear is I'm going to be in the fucking sky for 2 hours. And admittedly, when I got to the airport, I didn't have a lot of time. Like, I had enough time to, like, you know, get through security with my tools and all that shit. Because I brought, like, a whole, like, tech box with me and all that stuff at the time, too. So I had, like, tools to check and all that shit. And I had enough time to, like, okay, I got through security, went to my terminal. I raw dogged my first flight. I didn't drink. I went to the terminal. I ate, like, a fucking cheeseburger and got on the fucking plane. I'd never experienced a takeoff, never experienced a fucking landing. So all of it was just so brand new to me. And everyone that I had talked to up until that point was like, oh, dude, takeoff and landing is the worst part. Once you're in the sky, it's like you're in a fucking car. I was like, all right. And so I tried to like go into it with that mentality of like, all right, I'm going to take these people's advices and shit like that. And they weren't far off the mark. Takeoff felt obviously a little weird. You get like the back pressure of when you're, you know, tilting or whatever. And I mean, yeah, once we were up in the sky and like at full cruising altitude and all that shit, it was pretty fine. But then coming down into Salt Lake City, this was in March. So the air was still pretty fucking choppy. And, you know, and this was before I moved to Salt Lake City for that year and lived with Pablo ultimately. But like coming in and like landing at the airport, holy shit, dude. Like, you know, they're like, what do they say? Flight crew, please, you know, please prepare for landing and all that stuff, you know, fasten, you know, telling the flight crew to get ready. And, you know, they all sit down and fasten their stuff back up, and I never took off my belt, not once. I had it strapped the whole fucking flight there, you know what I mean?
Sure.
You start descending through the clouds in Salt Lake, dude, when it's like still windy and like there's like rain or snow on the ground. Fuck, dude. I was just like, is every landing like this everywhere? I was just like, I never want to be on a fucking plane ever again, dude. It was like, it was terrifying. And then once we were on the ground, and I could feel the wheels rolling. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
all right, we're good.
When you land, it's a great feeling.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not a bitch, dude. I took that flight like a champion.
Oh, yeah.
Once
fucking-
you're on the ground,
The fucking ego creeps in. Yeah, you're a fucking badass.
100%, 100%.
Everything's cool. Like you're a bitch fucking 10 seconds ago.
Absolutely, dude. I'm not even trying to lie about that.
Dude, it's true. It's fucking true, man. The ego, man. Yeah, airplanes, dude. You ever heard of people that they'll stop the plane mid takeoff because they're freaking out?
Uh-huh.
Were you one of them?
No.
Oh.
Fuck no. No. See, you know what? I'll pat myself on the back for at least never being that bad. But another thing that I've learned, after the fact, like especially here, like at John Wayne, like at John Wayne Airport, a lot of people that have never flown out of there before don't know that the city of Costa Mesa has a sound ordinance, and it's a short runway. So when the planes take off from John Wayne, it's a very short taxi, and then they do like the fucking hard 45-degree angle takeoff, and then they kill their motors over the neighborhood. So they momentarily kill the motor over the neighborhood until they're past the sound ordinance fucking line, and then they cut the motors back on.
Man, fuck those homes,
in
dude.
the air. That's crazy. Imagine being the pilot that's like, oh yeah, we're landing out John Wayne. I have to fucking turn around and take off and kill my motors when I'm up in the air. The moment that I learned about that, I was like, I never want to fly out of that airport fucking ever, dude. I was like, I'll drive myself to LAX and fly out of there just to not have to do that.
Maybe that's why the last studio was so quiet, because they're fucking killing our motors.
Well, yes and no, but they take off the opposite direction from the old
true.
studio.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
they
That's
land
true.
that direction and then take off.
Because we were
That way.
right by the
Right
John
above the
airport.
flight
So
path,
when planes land, they're literally above us.
Yes.
Literally, like right up. You could hear them sometimes.
But thankfully, where your studio was at, there was another couple blocks of buildings to mute the reverse thruster when they hit the ground and the fucking reverser kicks on.
I never
So
thought about
you
that.
wouldn't hear it in your building, and it was insulated pretty well. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And now we just have the Main Street of semis and people that are on fentanyl outside screaming.
And the fucking the fire department fucking 2 doors down.
Dude, I leave here like around 9 p.m. and like I do have a system how I leave.
Oh yeah, sure.
I keep my lights off, and I open up the gate, and I don't go forward in case, like, I don't know why. I have a thought, like, in case someone comes out and rushes my car, I have room to like run those motherfuckers over. So I pull out and I stay there, and I open up the gate. I turn my blinker on already, and I look. I creep out. No one over there. No one in a bike. No one in the bushes, and then I leave.
Dude, I'm sorry. Every time we talk about this shit, I just think about your caddy was a fucking homeless person magnet, bro.
It was, dude.
Have we talked about this?
When did we talk about that? When did we talk about that?
Oh, wait a minute. I
that was with the band. That was with the Spola Grind.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the first time I brought up.
Okay.
Because we were writing the record in Pico, Becoming a Hunter. The moment we got there, we were there for what, a fucking year? A year too long?
Oh shit! Well, yeah, like because when I stepped in, I was still there with you guys for
a while.
Fuck, 2 months, 3 months,
Yeah.
like, yeah.
And some places just hit you wrong. That parking lot, I never left that parking lot, and every time I pulled out of that parking lot to go right or left to leave, I was always sketched out. And sure enough, one day, a fucking 8 months in, a homeless guy. I didn't hit him. He hit me.
He hit you. He did hit you. You were absolutely in the fucking right. That dude came out of fucking nowhere, dude. Like,
they do.
Me and Mark weren't even in the car yet. Like, I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, Mark was like, do you hear that? I was just like, what just happened? Did he hit somebody? Somebody hit him? Like, that. Dude, that was a very intense year also, that shit being there. And I think I had told you guys, I used to work in that building across the parking lot at LA Consolidation. I worked in that building as a forklift driver. And because it's like Pico, borderline Montebello, borderline Downey. It's like a very industrious area, but there's a lot of transients, a lot of homeless people that were like living there and like along the tracks. And so their route out to what's the main street? To Slauson was coming down that fucking street. Yeah. And so I'm sure you're not the first person to fucking get hit or have somebody get hit right there.
No, one of many.
It happened so many times, dude.
One of many, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, dude.
Well, all I hear is like this, boom.
Oh, he made the Dan Kenny sound.
Oh, like my goodness, dude.
Yeah, dude. That was what a time, dude.
And I said this on the other pod. Like at the time, I did have a soft spot for homeless people because I had a very close family member that's homeless. And I'll talk about it one day. But so I've since then that part has changed. How I've changed my view on that because I've seen where that goes with the family members. And by the time I was like, okay, well, you're all right. Like you need to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Because on the top of my head, I know how it is. Like they have no problem getting clothes, bikes, skateboards. Dude, I will see my family member in my hometown with new pair of pants, nicer shoes than me. Riding a brand new bike, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, oh yeah, they'll make it happen by any means.
They'll fucking find it.
Absolutely.
Well, speaking of people hitting my car, I never told this story. This was when I was working at the hospital, and I got off early. It was probably 11 a.m. So kids should still be in school.
Yeah.
And so I'm leaving the hospital. I'm already in Corona. I'm on the street where my junior high school is. About to hit Maine.
Okay.
And so there's a car to my left. Out of fucking nowhere, a kid hits my car on a fucking scooter, and takes out my fucking
side mirror.
Side mirror.
Damn.
Boom. And obviously, you think the worst.
Yeah.
Did I just fucking kill somebody? Did I just fucking kill somebody, dude? A little kid? But luckily, he was fine. I learned a lot that moment. Now that I think about it, like bystanders will say things that aren't fucking true.
Oh yeah,
dude. So the cops came very quickly. Said we heard there was a hit and run. I'm like, I'm right here.
Yeah, I'm right here. I didn't go anywhere.
One of the first women on the scene, it was me. I was, are you all right? And some guy came up. You all right? And the woman's like, why didn't you stop? You stupid fucking bitch. What do you what?
Like, what do you mean? Like I'm out of the fucking car. Like,
and of course she was talking to cops.
Of course.
I'm like,
course,
what are you doing? But so what I found out was he skipped school, and we were trying to get a hold of his parents. My family was, and our insurance was for the insurance.
Yeah.
For one, the reality was they owed us money because I had a Cadillac. I mean, so they probably knew that. Oh, yeah. They were probably expecting a fat bill,
of course.
They avoided our insurance, and we expected they were illegals. So like they probably some other stuff going on. They don't want any authority.
They don't want to get in the mix. Yeah.
And I wanted to apologize. They couldn't locate the family. And I paid for the damages. It's just a fucking mirror. Who cares? It could have been so much worse.
For sure.
But long story short, people hit me.
This is one that I've never told anyone either, and this was quite some time ago. Also, I still had my Silverado when I had my pickup truck. I was actually over in Anaheim, leaving Home Depot on fucking Brookhurst and the 5. Like it's right off the freeway.
Sure.
I was there picking up. I think I was picking up drywall to help my brother with something at one of the houses he was like flipping, and since the Home Depot is kind of like in that parking lot nestled right up against the freeway, you're coming down off an overpass, so it's like a hill type of thing, not like a big one, but enough that like if you're on a bike riding downhill and you're not squeezing your brake, you're going pretty fast. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like one of those type of things. And the driveway at the end of the Home Depot is on that same slant.
Sure.
And I still had the Silverado, so I'm minding my own business.
No, you're not. You're fucking being shot.
No, dude, not
probably fucking high or something.
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
All right.
I come up, I hit the asphalt, come up into the driveway of it, and as I get out into the driveway, I'm looking both directions. Like, all right, cool, because you could only make a right turn. There's a center divider in the street, so you can't go left. So I was like, all right, cool. I came up, looked this way, looked that way. And as I looked this way, I had about less than 2 seconds of a reaction time to be like, oh shit. And this dude on a mountain bike, the way homies ran into your car at the studio. Mm-hmm. Now imagine that going downhill. And hitting my truck. At least you have a low hood.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy hit his front bike tire hit the front tire of my Silverado, and he like this is fucked up. He like somersault flipped over the fucking top of my truck, dude. Slid off the other side of the hood and like landed on the ground. I'm by myself, dude. There's no one in the car with me.
Why'd you hit him?
Oh fuck! I didn't hit him. He hit me.
Why'd you hit him,
dude?
Yeah, I was kidding.
And you know when somebody like doesn't want to deal with the trouble or the the hassle of it or whatever, I panicked. I threw it in fucking park in the driveway. Like I just threw it in park and opened the door. I get out already in a panic. I was like, oh shit, like brother, like are you okay? And he kind of like got up, looked at me, and was just kind of like he like waved me off and was like it's okay. And I was like, your adrenaline is pumping through you, bro. Like you got fucked up. There's no way you're okay. He walked back in front of my fucking truck, grabbed his bike, got on, and like speed pedaled off. I was like, there's cars behind you now in the driveway that are like clearly saw this shit happen. That dude fucking starfished over the top of my truck. And I was like, they all saw it. I walked back to my, my driver's side. Mm-hmm. Doors open still.
Yeah.
And the people that are like 2 cars behind me like are looking like, and I was like, God, please don't take my license plate or call the cops or anything. He just took off. He bounced. You guys saw he left. I asked him if he was okay, and he fucking sped off.
Dang.
Dude, I got in my fucking truck and like pulled out into the street, and I did like 45 miles an hour on the freeway the entire way back to Norwalk. I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, I thought he broke all his bones, dude. Like the way he flew over my truck was fucking crazy. But yeah, that was one for the fucking books. I was like, holy shit.
It's funny when you look back at your life, like, oh, you forget about like these moments. Oh yeah, someone fucking hit me, or like, it's like this happened. You got into a fucking accident.
Oh yeah.
I'm what, dude. I try do my best, like always looking when you pull out of your driveway, dude.
Dude, anywhere.
Driveway.
Yeah.
It's funny. I had a goal for this podcast, and I think we talked about like very little. I almost talked about my life, think about Ernie's life, and we went into
not bad rage, though. You know what I mean? We got getting on some real shit today. You know what I mean?
I think, yeah, I want to hear more stories from you, and maybe that would help you process some things that happen in your life, Ernie.
Yeah, we're gonna have plenty of time for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
No, I'm thinking with a fucking shovel.
With the shovel?
With the fucking fucking mud shovel.
Like that sick ass NuMetal band Shuvel, dude. Remember those guys?
No, who's that?
No,
Chris,
dude.
Type in shovel.
SHUVEL.
If it's a U in shovel, is this it?
Right there. Set it off, dude. Dude, Korn vouched for these guys.
Really?
Yes.
Can we crank this?
Yep. These guys played with us and Soulfly and Down the Sun at Ventura Theater. It was my first ever big show.
So they're from California.
Yeah.
Shovel. I don't think I ever heard of them.
I'm kind of surprised, dude. You're usually the one that's up on that. Where like you've told me about bands, and even I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like I've never even like heard of that. Even Dan Kenny surprised me a couple times. But yeah, like we used to play with them pretty frequently way back in the day. These guys Diminished, like pretty wild, dude. But yeah, these dudes, like I want to say they even did some dates with Korn way back when. They were fucking cool, man. We used to fucking play tons of shows with them.
What does it say? New York City, December 5th, 2000. Oh yeah, you're talking prime time of that sound.
Oh yeah.
Dude, Dan Kenny showed me a band, and it's so hard to find them. They have one amazing. Sometimes a band has one amazing NuMetal song. I don't know what their connection was with Slipknot. They got Corey to sing a song with them. It was this era. It was like 2000. So they had prime time Corey, He sent me the song on Instagram. What was it? I wonder what you could type in to find it. Fuck.
You don't remember the name of the band?
No. Like it took me digging to like find the band name.
Did he? I know because I know he sent it to me. But did he show you that band, Blood Youth?
Yeah, Blood Youth is simple. Yeah. It's sick.
Yeah. Blood Youth is sick.
Yeah, Blood Youth is fucking awesome.
He like for Dan Kenny to send, that was a 4 a.m. Dan Kenny text like, dude,
my
check out this
goodness.
fucking band, Blood Youth. I'm like, I'm asleep, dude.
Dan, I love you, but if you text me past 7 p.m., I'm not gonna take you
Answering
seriously.
it. It's because he knows I'll answer him, and I think that's
Yeah.
what it is. I've allowed him to be like, oh, okay, it's 3 o'clock. Yeah, I'm not doing anything. I'll text you back. You know what I mean?
But I think Dan Kenny learned me who I am. I get the 9 a.m. FaceTime. I won't answer that. I'll answer that.
Yeah.
That was funny. We'll do a Sunday. It was him.
Oh, yeah.
They fucking called you already. It was Dan, Mark, and Corpse Grinder. Oh my god! It was Eddie's birthday. I think that day too.
Yeah. It was.
It was.
It was.
It was silly, dude. Texting past 7 p.m. I know what's happening.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
But call me 9 a.m. Okay. I'll fuck.
Oh yeah. Those are regular business hours. You know.
Bloody Youth. They're from England, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
sick.
They're really sick. He sent me that like link to the Spotify thing, and I was like, oh, these guys are fucking dope. Like,
Have they been to the States yet?
I want to say yeah.
I don't think I've seen Bloody Youth in the States yet.
I feel like shortly after he sent me that, fuck yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Bloody Youth is fucking.
Yeah, they're dope.
sick,
They're dope.
dude.
I was
they
big
are,
on them
like-
for sure.
And when you sing that song, like this is like heavy, but
It's got that NuMetal bounce, dude.
there's only one kind of bounce.
That's right.
Yeah, NuMetal has it's its own bounce.
The new bounce, dude.
Dude, it's so fucking new. Do you have Tala?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We were just having this conversation. They're sick, dude.
It's like it's I mean it's everything. I heard someone call it new core. I'm like, damn, crazy.
Not a bad way to describe it. And I'm super like anti fucking pigeonholing these stupid ass subgenres and into a thing. We let them have it with deathcore, but it's like, dude, you know what I mean? People love subcategorizing everything. They're like, blackened melodic industrial deathcore. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? It's deathcore with keyboards in it. Relax. Like,
Dude, my dick
it's
is
not
getting
that
smaller
serious.
by the second, dude. By the second, I can't afford to lose anymore.
It's insane. It's insane. I'm just like, stop it, guys. It's all fucking metal, dude.
Yeah. It's like people want to compare dick size, but I'm not a fan of. Everyone wants to compare their small dick, right?
Correct.
And I'm not a fan of touching belly buttons. Correct. So I have no interest in my belly button touching your belly button. So let's stop comparing small dick shit.
Of course.
So
Exactly.
that's my immature analogy.
It's a good analogy.
Every so often I'll throw in my immaturities here and there. So it's called for every so often.
Keeps you going,
Immature.
dude. Keeps you going.
Yeah. Fuck all that shit, dude. All right, Ernie, anything else on your mind, man?
Just I feel like we covered some serious ground today, man. Looking forward to a cool meal with you right now, and looking forward to these festivals we got coming up. They're gonna be sick. The lineups are fucking fat, and yeah, just looking forward to the forward progress, man. Mm-hmm. That's what's on my mind right now.
Good. A lot of forward progress has been made.
Yeah,
A lot, dude.
and it will continue to do so.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Thanks, dog.
I'm kidding. Well, the reason why the 7's not here because it's having surgery. They're doing.
It's getting tests ran on it.
I don't know if I can't say too much, but let's just say it's getting taken apart right now, getting specced out,
examined
for a particular reason. And
It's just getting maintenance done. It's getting an overhaul, dude. You know what I mean?
but this was my first Fender from Fender.
Wait, really?
Yeah, they gave me this one and a Jim Root.
Oh shit. Okay.
So this has a special.
But that one there, that's not like that doesn't have like an extended neck or anything.
No,
it's just a regular.
Anyone can get this shit.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
cool. It's this Fender Corona, California, dude.
That's right.
I always see them like, damn, it's right there.
That's right, dude. The hometown.
It is right there. Well, Ernie, thank you for. I think this is a big step for you to open up. It's cool.
It is.
And as
It
you
is.
continue to open up, you'll get less and less fat. And I think that's a good goal.
Hey, you know what? Fuck it. It's all forward motion, man. And
It is, man.
fucking I'm sticking to it.
I'm telling you, man, the weight of the mind is a real thing.
For sure. Oh, I've already set some ridiculous goals too. Like, and yeah, you
What's
heard
your
it.
goal?
You heard it here first. I guess not necessarily like a number in mind, but I'm going for at least another shirt size or two in 6 to 7 weeks.
Oh, that's doable.
Absolutely, it is, dude.
Yeah.
I'm cruising right now. Like, I'm frightened at at how fast it's coming off. I'm like, shit, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's
You know what
flying
I mean?
off, dude.
Yeah, I'm not bummed about it, man. I'm stoked.
You want to go ruin it right now with lunch?
With a salad? Absolutely, dude. You already fucking know it, dude.
Sometimes I'm a great friend, but sometimes I could be a bad influence.
No, you're always a good friend.
I will.
You'll give me the peer pressure shit, and then I'll be like, nah, I'll just have the chicken salad. And what happened the other day? You're like, damn, I'm gonna get that next time we come. I'm like, that's right. That's right.
Dude, there's this a burger spot on 4th Street, the fucking smash burger, no bun.
Golden Lantern Foods.
Yeah,
is what the place is called. Golden Lantern Eats. But yeah, that shit was incredible.
I should know what it's called.
Yeah.
I just see hamburgers. I'm like, oh, I get all fucking horned up, dude. That's it.
Yeah.
All right, Ernie, again, thank you for your time, man. As we speak, this is already going to be out Monday, but the Suicide Silence podcast is out right now.
I'm stoked.
It's cool.
People are going to get to fucking...
It's over a year in the making, dude.
Yeah.
Is there any other full band podcast? I looked. I can't find anything.
I still don't think so.
Someone sent me some shit. I don't know. I'm trying.
I don't think so. But that's tight. We're out here being pioneers yet again.
Yet again, we are shots. The thing about doing things first is that you either hit and it's great and people think, oh, wow, this is amazing. Most of the time, you miss.
And it flops.
And people think you're the shottest thing ever. So we've earned all the credit we have.
Exactly.
So fuck you.
Exactly.
All right, Ernie. Love you, man.
Right on. Love you, doggy.
All right, that's it. Later.